Seating Sam podcast, episode 30 here. And before we start, I know we're going to talk about Pelicans, but there can really only be one name that's on the minds of all sports fans today, which is Damar Hamlin. It's the reason we didn't want to record a podcast last night, just with that happening in the sports world. So our continued prayers go out to him and his family. And yeah,
Yeah. I don't know about you, Sam, but I was getting teary-eyed yesterday.
that
It's
was
like
tough.
it's like the sport we love, and just to see
It
like
was really difficult.
something like that.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that in sports, and that
Yeah.
was really difficult.
Yeah, but our
Uh,
prayers are with Damar Hamlin and his family.
yes, of course. Um, that being said, we are here with another Pelicans episode here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And so the Pelicans last night kind of lose a tough game um, to the 76ers. What kind of went wrong, do you think?
Well, I feel like that this was a game where you missed your three-level score, Brandon. I know you could say that about every game you lose, but especially this game where you're lacking scoring. I mean, the Pelicans offense was kind of non-existent last night at some times. And just on a road game, the bench players aren't going to play as well as they do at home. And they have the best player on the court, Joel Embiid. So,
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it was really heavy on Zion last night. Throughout the game, nobody really took any of the pressure off of him. And normally a lot of times in this 18 game stretch without Ingram, that's been CJ, but CJ didn't have a great night last night, and then none of really the role players stepped up, and so it made it very difficult.
yeah, I mean, that's what you're going to get playing a really solid team on the road. And when you just played them less than a week ago. So,
Yeah, it's really difficult scheduling from the NBA recently.
it has been very confusing.
Yeah, it's tough to go that first of all, that back to back between Philly and Memphis is really difficult, especially you have to travel to Memphis and then go play, another good team, and then go play Philadelphia once again after you just played them. Oh no, I say CJ had a bad night. He had a good night. I take that
Yeah,
back.
I thought CJ had shot the ball decently,
I
but
take that back.
they made
And
some
then not
adjustments guarding him, though.
yeah. And overall, I think we just turned the ball over too many times to win against a team like that on the road.
Quick
Like,
disclaimer, Sam is sick. So,
yes,
shout out to Sam for
yeah,
powering through it.
powering through. I mean, we lost the turnover battle 17-9,
That's
which
bad.
makes it really
That's bad.
difficult to try and beat a team like that on the road. And then Zion leaving the game, about 6 minutes left. My question would be, if Zion is out, which he probably will be for, like you said, the Rockets game, which is next, and then for the foreseeable future, what do you think the starting lineup should be?
Herb, CJ, Trey, JV, and Val.
JB and Val are the same people.
I just realized I said that. Did I say Najee?
No. So you have
I
Najee
meant
in there?
Najee and Val.
Yeah, I might
God,
maybe put like Devontae
Devontae?
in at the starting line. I don't know. I think we might need the scoring without
Has Devontae been doing well recently, though?
what did he do last night? He had a rough night last night, but I still like how Devontae's played this season.
Yeah, I agree.
See, or maybe like Jose, but Jose has been not so great lately. But I think
It's still Jose, though. I like
maybe
Jose
a
on the
point
bench.
guard might be the better insertion into the lineup if we're going to be missing Zion. But I think we should still be able to, beat a fair amount of teams without the big man.
Yeah, nah. Say we go 6 games without Z. We go 3-3 in those, which is very doable. If we go 3-3 in those 6 games, I mean, we're still top 3 seed in the West.
No, definitely. But there is some tough teams coming up. At our next 5 games, we have the Nets and the Celtics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We lose 2, maybe 3 of those games.
Yeah, because the Nets have really been hooping lately. They're on a 12-game win streak, and then
we got the
Celtics
Nets
are the
Friday.
Celtics. Do we have the Nets Friday? Yeah, we do. The Nets Friday, and then we go back to back. We have to travel. Like we have another back to back travel um thing with the Nets, and then we play the Mavericks on Saturday. Which is
Mavericks have
just like
also been playing good basketball.
yeah, they have. It's more difficult scheduling from the NBA. Um,
I don't know why, but I feel like the Mavericks don't really scare me in the West.
well, no, because they don't
They're
really
so
have any help.
one-dimensional. Yeah,
Yeah, for Luca, they don't have any help for Luca, so I
like
don't
we're gonna
think
live
they're
with Reggie Bullock shooting.
exactly. Yeah, and I think every team will. They're gonna throw everything they have at Luca, and he's amazing, but he can't do it on his own like he did last year.
Yeah, and D Mitch, shout out to D Mitch.
Ted Z Mitch, 71. I've never seen a performance like that live. That was crazy. All right,
Yeah,
so
I was.
I have an impromptu segment here. So I'm gonna name a team, and you give me a grade on their first however many games of the season.
All right.
So let's start with the Miami Heat.
C plus.
C plus. Okay, I like it. I
Because the Heat, I mean, yeah, they've dealt with injuries, but they've kind of been like their role players have been a little lackluster.
yeah. I might give them. I might give them a B because they're still kind of in that mix for top
Yeah.
6 seed in the East, which I think is what matters for them. Um,
Yeah,
all
but
right,
the big thing for the Heat normally have been like their role players were really stepping up. Guys like
yeah,
Max Strus, even like Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's been good this year, but Duncan Robinson I think is completely fallen out of their
hey, he's
rotation.
still making a bag though.
Yeah, and guys like Cody Martin, Caleb. I don't know which one it is, but
I think they have Caleb.
Caleb.
But yeah, it's true, and they've kind of relied on their seeding in the past to get them through some rounds in the playoffs. So
Yeah,
we'll see how it works out for them this year. Next team, let's go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
A plus.
A plus. You see, okay, so I had the Cavs as the 1 seed in the East, which I know might have been a little bit of a hot take. So I'm gonna give them like a B plus maybe
Well,
on
I
this
mean,
because
so for the Cavs, sorry to cut you off, but I
no,
feel
you good.
like it was going to take a little gelling period for everything to work out. They just went straight into
Yeah,
working fluently.
yeah, no, it hasn't reflected in them having the best record in the East, but they definitely have proved that that backcourt plays together really well, and then that front court is still one of the best in the league, I think. And Evan Mobley's gotten a little bit better this year. Jared Allen's still one of the solid centers in the league. So they've been
I
pretty
guess I
good.
haven't really kept up on Mobley.
He's
Has he
been
been?
hurt a little bit. I know he was out last night, but I think he's been okay this year, but not amazing. Okay, let's go to Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ooh, T Wolves. I want to give the Timberwolves an F because of just how stupid the Rudy Gobert trade was.
Yeah,
Um, I'll give them like a D. I mean, they're like
D.
what? They're 2 games out to play in. Like they're not even a play-in team.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they're 1.5 games out.
That's like I don't know. If you're gonna make a blockbuster trade like that, you're gonna live with the consequences if it doesn't work out. And
Yeah, I have. Would you like to do a quick NFL segment here?
what are your thoughts on the T Wolves?
T Wolves, C minus, something like
C
that.
minus, some bad.
I didn't expect. Oh, this is what I said. I thought they'd probably be in the play-in game again this year. So them sitting at 11 is not the most
Really,
shocking
I
thing.
had the T Wolves finishing it was the 2 seed.
Really? Okay, no,
Yeah,
I had them in the play-in this year, just because I thought Gobert was a terrible fit, and he is. Um, so this isn't the most surprising thing, but I would say it's more likely that the Timberwolves would end up being a top 4 seed in the West than they would be out of the play-in game.
yeah,
So yeah, I'll say C minus. It's been very disappointing.
yeah. I can do nothing but agree with you there.
Okay, so
Random
NFL.
NBA player, so
Wait, gosh, why can't I think of an NBA player here? Ivica Zubac.
shout out Zubac.
It's amazing how long it takes me to come up with those if you just tell me name a random NBA
Yeah, because
player.
for me it goes straight to Pelicans, and I don't want to say a Pelicans.
Yeah, yeah, same. Um, okay, so You want to get into a quick NFL bit here?
Yeah, it's kind of tough to talk about the NFL right now with the recent uh,
Yeah, because
travesty.
we
But
just don't know what Week 18 is going to look like.
yeah,
But I'd like to give some Week 18 predictions. So I think there's a few playoff spots up for grabs. So there's
the one seed is up for grabs in the
in
NFC.
the NFC, yeah, the one seed is on the line. In the AFC South is up there, as well as the 7 seed, and there's also the 7 seed in the NFC.
Uh,
So here's my week 18 predictions for how the seeding will stack out. So I'm going to take the Jaguars at home against the Titans to secure the AFC South. Josh Dobbs at quarterback is probably not a great look for the Titans in a must-win game.
yeah, shout
And
out
they've
Josh
just
Dobbs though. I like him from
yeah,
Tennessee.
the same. But they've really kind of just floundered down the stretch of the season. They're going to need either Derrick Henry has one of the best games of his career, or their season's over. And I think Jacksonville's been playing much better recently.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to be a tough out in the playoffs with that.
Yeah, especially if you have to go at Jacksonville. I don't think that's the easiest matchup in the world for whoever
Yeah,
they get. Um, and
Travis
then
Etienne's been great.
ETN has been very good this year,
I feel
especially in the
like
second half.
Etienne kind of reminds me a little bit of Kamara, man. Like young
Yeah, he's
Kamara.
more of a pass catcher,
Yeah,
uh, for receiving back. So I think the Chiefs will lock up the one seed in the AFC. Of course, we just don't know how that is going to end up even
yeah.
looking though. If it'll
You think they'll just call it a no contest?
maybe I think that makes it easier and just because like there's not any other teams than the Bills and Bengals competing for the two seed.
Yeah,
So I think you could just I don't think it matters all that much if you just say that the game never happened.
yeah.
Um, I don't think it's a
This was all a
um,
blur of our imagination.
yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be like super. I don't think that game last night, like in a football sense, is the most important game um, to the NFL season. So
Sam, I got a
I
question for you.
yeah.
Who's your offensive and defensive rookie of the years?
I'd like to put Olave as offensive.
I feel like they're
Defensive
not
is
gonna give it
obviously
to
Sauce
Olave.
Gardner. Uh,
You say obviously, but dude, Tariq Woolen has been really good for
I
Seattle.
know he has been, but Sauce is going to be an All Pro as a rookie
Darrell
cornerback, and
Revis coming like second
yes,
coming of Darrell
exactly, and
Revis.
he's helped kind of turn things around for the Jets. So I'll take Sauce as my rookie decoy, and then gotta go with Suave Olave on the offensive side.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this, but like I saw like a picture of people comparing like Zion's waddle. You know how Zion kind of like waddles like that
Oh yeah,
to Chris Olave. He does like kind of the same thing. It's funny.
yeah. Um, And then let's see what else do we have. I think the I think that the Patriots will end up getting the number 7 seed out in the AFC just because they've got the Bills. I think mentally that's going to be a really difficult matchup for the Bills coming off of last night, and um, and then I think the Patriots are obviously in a win in their in situation, so I think they'll get it done.
Right.
Uh, as far as
Um,
the one seed in the NFC, I think the Eagles do beat the Giants because the Giants are locked into the 6 seed. I
60.
doubt that they'll play anyone, so I'll take the Eagles there.
That's
And
crazy how the Eagles could fall to the wild card after how good they've been.
I know,
Like that
yeah,
just
because
sounds so weird.
they're either gonna get the first round bye and then host throughout, or they got to go play Tom Brady on the road in wild card weekend. So
Who do you think would win that game?
I think the Eagles will. I think the Bucks are not good at all.
Yeah, they
Like
are. The Bucks are not good.
they're. I mean, you look at their schedule and the teams that they've beat and how they've beaten them. It's really unimpressive. Like they had the overtime win against the Cardinals in a game that they probably shouldn't have won against Trace McSorley.
The Saints
Um,
game.
they squeaked by Sam Darnold in a must-win game yesterday or 2 days ago. Yeah, they should have lost to the Saints. Uh, the last time they were playing actually good football was maybe week 2 against the Saints when they got off to that 2-0 start. Since then, it's been really all downhill for them. So I think the Bucks probably lose in the first round.
Yeah. Who do
And
you
then
think's gonna
this,
go ahead?
could you go?
All right. Who do you think's gonna come out that NFC
I want to get into that next episode. Like once we
next
know
episode?
how it goes, I want to get into that, like a playoff bracket thing
Okay.
for the NFL. And then my last thing, my last thing is that the Packers will get the number 7 seed because you, as sports fans, like you just gotta know that there's no way that the Lions are beating the Packers in a must-win game. It's
Yeah.
just not happening.
No,
So I'll take the Packers.
especially with Aaron Rodgers.
There's just no way. Like
That's crazy. How? Go ahead.
If Lions fans do it, it's going to be the greatest moment in franchise history, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's crazy how the Packers are gonna make the playoffs after how bad they've been too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not it's not a Mickey Mouse playoff spot though, because they'd have a winning record.
Well,
I
no,
mean,
I hear you, but just the Packers were like 4-7 at some point,
yeah,
something
and
like that.
if they do beat the Lions, I think they could make a legit run in the playoffs. If they don't have to run into the 49ers, because Aaron Rodgers can't beat the 49ers.
Yeah. Is Jimmy G gonna come back, or is it just gonna be
No,
Purdy?
he's out. It's Brock Purdy.
Imagine if he wins the Super Bowl.
Brock Purdy's going to win the Super Bowl, baby.
That's crazy.
All right, so that's about it. That's all I
Yeah.
got. Some Week 18 predictions. Go Pels.
Go Pels.
And
3
we'll
seed in the West.
thank you for making it all the way through if you did. And we'll see you next time. Keep the
Oh,
outro.
wait, quick.
Yeah.
This pod is on the rise.
Pods on the rise.
Three triple digit videos.
Indeed.
CD and Sam
Indeed.
up next.
On the come up. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Sam and
cue the outro.
cue the outro.
Sam
Sam and
and
CD.
CD
CD
and
and
Sam.
Sam.